Sarah.
We're going to talk about how to get the most out of your vet, and we're going to have a proper debate about it. And I can remember doing this at school, where you had to kind of sometimes be the baddie and sometimes be the goodie. And I'm going to try and be baddie and goodie, because I love being a vet. I'm really proud of my profession, but there are things that we could do better. And I think it's worth it. We can air these. The current system is very difficult for vets. We have very short consults in very stressful environments, and they're generally box rooms with no windows, slippery floors, not very much space to move. And whilst you're consulting, you always know that you've got 4 dentals, a castrate, a dog that's throwing up to see, you've got blood reports, you've got the receptionist who's just giving you phone message after phone message. It's very, very stressful being a vet. And then you get these chronic cases in, and it can be really, really hard to do what's needed. But let's talk about what you feel is needed in first opinion, and then maybe we can mull over some ideas of how we can make that happen.
So I think the first thing where possible is to build that relationship with your vet. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky, because again, we've got 2 competing things here. We've got wanting from the side of the vets and from the side of the client to give the same vet as often as possible, but we also have this need to provide veterinary care as much as possible. So you clearly you can't have the same vet seeing everyone all the time and 24-hour cover. So there is always that balance. But for me, the first thing, that the most important thing is to build a relationship with 1 or 2 vets where possible. Now, I know it's not always possible, but then if you think about a similar thing, well, maybe not too similar, but you know, everyone has their favorite hairdresser. Okay, you're not going to have hairdressing emergencies too often, except I saw you yesterday when you just but you know, you try and work around it. She's not in that day. Okay, I'll book it a different day. It is a balance, because you know, if there's a crisis and your vet is on holiday, of course you're going to see someone else. So having like a spare vet that you also get on with is very good.
How can they do that? Because a lot of owners don't realise that you can actually ask to see a specific vet. This always surprises me. I have so many owners say, "Oh, I just see this one," and I'm like, "Well, why don't you ask to see Shirley?"
Yeah, I just wait till I walk in the door and see who shouts my name. Yeah, just ask. And vets like it. And I think this is the other thing. So I'm always telling vets, you know, build up a relationship with the client. But the other way around, I mean, vets are often very stressful. We're very, you know, we feel a lot of pressure. And I think that's partly the job and partly perhaps who we are. We tend to be sort of perfectionists. We feel the responsibility of trying to fix everything all the time, always know the answer immediately, never go wrong. And we're always very worried that clients don't like us or don't approve of what we're doing. If you tell your vet, like, I really like what you're doing, can I see you next time? As well as asking, I mean, ask the receptionist, sure. But if the vet knows that you appreciate what they're doing, then they're just on side. And for me, I always think, we'll probably get onto this later, but arthritis management especially, it's a team game. The days of the old guy in the white coat saying, right, take these pills and come back in a month, you know, it's gone. It's a combination of the vet, the owner, the dog themselves, maybe a hydrotherapist, all these people. Vets need to get used to that. They need to make the most of it, but owners also do, and the owner is a really important part of that. So the better you all know each other, and the more you get on, the better things are going to be. So do ask